Dr. Vonda Wright is an orthopedic surgeon. Her extensive medical research on seniors shows that an active lifestyle actually slows down the aging process.
My book, Fitness After 40, is meant for everyone, whether they are elite athletes or people just stepping off the couch.
So everyone can have a full, active life regardless of their age.
Well, you have a really neat acronym. Is it an acronym? FACE?
It is.
What does FACE stand for?
It's a way for my patients to help remember what they need to do. I want a well-rounded exercise program. FACE is how you face your future. F stands for flexibility. A is aerobics. Everybody gets that.
Yeah.
C is carrying a load or resistance training, whether that's carrying some weights around or carrying our own body weight. And E is balance and equilibrium. I'm going to teach you something called hip tricks.
I'm all about the hips.
Because remember, the hips feed the back, feed the knees.
Okay.
So we're going to have you put one leg up on the chair,
All right.
the outside leg.
This one? Okay, good.
Yeah. We are going to be stretching these muscles in the front of your body, your
All
hip
right.
flexors. So I want you to lean in a little bit so you feel a nice stretch here.
Gotcha.
And then we're going to stretch in 3 directions because that's the way our bodies and our muscles work.
Gotcha.
So drive this stretch by raising your arms above.
Okay.
Perfect. And you should feel an increased stretch in the front of your leg.
Yeah, it feels really good.
You should hold these for 30 seconds.
Okay.
People think stretching is about bouncing around.
Yeah.
It's not at
Yeah.
all.
Ever wake up and feel like the Tin Man? Well, it's completely natural to slowly lose your flexibility as you age, but that doesn't mean you should just sit there and take it.
The natural way our body ages is to become tighter and tighter with every year.
Dr. Vonda Wright, author of Fitness After 40, says normal flexibility means that you can balance and complete normal daily activities with comfort. If you can't, then you need to start making some changes.
Our tissues simply get tighter and tighter. They actually do something called crinkling, which means that the tendons in a relaxed state live like an accordion, all bound up. And we have to help them unwind in order for them to function well.
Dr. Wright did her surgical fellowship at New York's Hospital for Special Surgery. She's now the director of the Performance and Research Initiative for Masters Athletes at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, or PRIMA.
Every part of our bodies, whether it is our brains, our hearts, our lungs, our muscles, our bones, are positively affected by a commitment to being active. It is an amazing thing that we can control disease, chronic disease, by something as simple as remaining active. And what does active mean? 30 minutes a day of brisk to moderate exercise. It's not a huge investment of your time, but it's a remarkable investment in your life.
You might say as we stretch out dollars, we need to stretch our bodies. Not stress, stretch. It's one of the cornerstones of Dr. Vonda Wright's Fitness After 40. We met the UPMC orthopedic surgeon in November and learned of her groundbreaking work with Masters athletes. Now she's bringing the results of that to all of us. Dr. Wright calls it facing your future, which I apparently am not doing very well.
No,
this is okay.
It'll be easier.
To do this,
Right.
But, And Dr. Wright has gained national attention with her research on Masters athletes and the issue of fitness after 40. She's done over 100 interviews from the Wall Street Journal to CNN on what she calls a largely ignored segment of the fitness population. It's the football field where she most prominently displays her expertise, overseeing and protecting elite young athletes. But her growing passion is another kind of athlete, Masters athletes.
People think that at some arbitrary age it's time to give it up, slow down, just assume that we have to become inactive. But that could be no further from the truth. I mean, look at us, Sally. We are designed for mobility.
There's no age when you're too old. There is no starting point that is too sedentary because our bodies are amazing. They will adapt and do anything you ask them to do. There's a quote in my book that says, if we do not take the time to be fit now, we will be forced to take the time to address illness later. And I really believe in that. You've got very young balance, but I think that myself and many people at home are probably doing one of these to try to balance, right?
Oh.
So let's work on it every day.
Okay. Can you do the balancing, Pat?
Of course I can do the balancing, but the one thing I'm wondering is, why can't I get an orthopedic surgeon as pretty as Dr. Wright? I don't understand.
Just call me and I'll be here. Anytime you call me.
Mine are kind of old and baggy, and anyhow.